It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
And here we go. This right here is Car con Carne. It's a Q101 podcast. I'm James Van Alstyne, and Car con Carne is brought to us courtesy of our friends at Easy Automation. Transform your living space with cutting-edge home automation. In fact, if you own a restaurant, retail place, you can do it there too. Experience seamless control over the audio, video, climate, lighting, security, everything. Embrace the future of smart living. It's your home, your rules. Get a quote by visiting easy-automation.net or give my guy Dan a call at 630-730-3728. I am joined. Oh man, this is a full car. It's a bigger car than usual, just to contain the personalities in it. I am joined to my right. If you're watching on video, he is hypnotist / comedian Chris Jones.
Southside.
He'll be performing at Zanies on March 18th. That is the Wells Street location, and March 30th at the Rosemont location. Right. And he's the real deal. We're going to see this. You've probably seen or heard about him on America's Got Talent, the Steve Harvey Show, Penn and Teller, the Adam Carolla Show, and more. And after rubbing elbows with actual celebrities, someone clearly hypnotized him to agree to do an interview here in the parking lot of Byron, 1701 West Lawrence. So the idea of being hypnotized, especially on camera, kind of freaked me out, Chris. So I invited a couple of my friends to get hypnotized instead. They're going to be my proxy. In the backseat, two returning Car con Carne favorites teaming up on this podcast for the very first time. It is Dr. Daryl Wilson of the Bollweevils.
Hey.
And Stubhy from Lucky Boys Confusion.
Hello.
I was hoping that Stubby wouldn't come so I could actually catch up to him as being like a guest that's been on more times.
No, you've been on more.
I told you he's competitive about this.
But you've been on more times than me, right?
Is it true?
Yeah, you're number one.
Oh, shit.
I'm number 3.
Josh is number one.
Oh, Josh is number 1.
So
he's number 2?
You guys are neck and neck, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 1A, 1B, like 2A, 2B.
I mean,
or not to be.
In any event, Daryl and Stubby are here. Chris is going to do his thing on them. Byron, 1701 West Lawrence. Have to thank them for the hospitality. Chris, you've got a veggie burger. Daryl, you've got a veggie burger. Stubby behind me has a Chicago dog. I have a Chicago dog. And all the way in the back, you can't even see him on camera. That's how big this car is. He's like in another area code. That's Calvin. He is Chris's videographer. Okay.
Oh, yes. That is Chicago.
that was pretty Chicago.
I was unsure if he was... Oh, okay, roll him up. Okay.
What are you doing?
It's a podcast.
Is it about Nazis in the White House?
No.
You need to get the fuck up and go deal with the Nazis. There's a Nazi in the White House.
Noted, thanks.
We do, thanks. Actually, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
North Side?
North Side? That was interesting.
And they say we have crazy shit on the South Side.
It's just anywhere you go, you got the crazies.
Oh, man.
Well, he's not fully crazy about the shit that he just said. I mean,
that wasn't. I didn't disagree with him, but you know, hey.
He's like, the guy from he's like in 12 Monkeys.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It's in the tooth.
Driving right now. In 12 hours, we can be in D.C.
We could.
In the tooth is what that guy.
I've done that drive.
Yeah,
Don't listen to us.
I do love the movie 12 Monkeys. I think that is...
I do too.
Brad Pitt is spectacular in that, and that is a Bruce Willis tour de force.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Gilliam. I mean, come on. So I want to thank our friends at Byron's. I've been here before. I love the dogs, everything here. Byron's, if you really want to do it right, Byron's does catering. Food drop-off, live cooking options. Call Mike at Byron's, 312-301-4886, or email byronschecago@gmail.com. If you're watching this on video, all that information is carefully displayed for you on the screen. All right, so let's talk about hypnosis.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So you're doing these shows at Zanies. When did you get... how does one become a hypnotist? You're the first person I've ever met in my entire adult life who's ever been a professional hypnotist.
Thank you. I guess that's a compliment.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I learned hypnosis during my free time in grad school. I went to SIUC, and I wrote a 64-page book that no one will ever read on hypnosis. And I love magic. We're actually very close to Magic Incorporated, just down the street.
Yeah, right.
My friend Pedro's there, has been working there forever and ever. And magicians are either one of three things: failed magicians, failed DJs or people who do clinical work. And I have a lot of friends that do hypnosis for clinical. Lose weight, quit smoking, bad
This is
habits.
true.
The doctor back there. Do you want to talk about hypnosis in the hospital? Have you seen anything before?
I'm just going to let you know right off, Chris, I'm a skeptic. So,
Okay. I'm sure you get that all the time, though, right?
Yeah.
that's the thing. I mean, I
And
think
on Black History Month, really? You're going to pull me down.
No, I think. I mean, there's definitely a use for meditation and other things to try to help individuals have suggestions to get into habits to stop doing certain things. But it's like when you think of hypnosis, you think of that Three Stooges episode where the guy hypnotizes Shemp and the rest of the crew. And
This is the first time that the Three Stooges and Black History Month have been mentioned in the same conversation.
I mean,
It's black and white.
yeah, it is black. There you go, Chris. It is.
See, when I think of hypnosis, I think of the Ringmaster in the old Incredible Hulk comic book drawn by Jack
This
Kirby.
is true too.
With the top hat.
Top
and
hat that has a swirl on it as well.
So
no,
what we're saying
did a
is
lot of
hypnosis has come a long way, Chris.
it has.
Well, Jordan Peele gave us Get Out.
Yes.
yes.
An amazing movie. The guy's name is Chris, and he gets trapped in a all Caucasian neighborhood home, and they try and steal his brain for surgery. Now, the doctor, have you ever heard about hypnosis used during surgery?
Not during surgery, but I know that it has been done. So, and the funny thing is, just that whole reference to Get Out, considering that this is kind of a reverse of that, because James is the only white guy in the car right now.
Yes.
I think this is going to be
I
an
didn't
amazing
even notice
episode of
that.
hypnosis, by the way, because this is a trick. It's actually you're getting hypnotized, James.
Yeah.
I'm going to start just, rubbing some kind of cup, and making sure.
That's all we need is
teacup.
the teacup.
I got right here.
So you are skeptical, and I'm very okay with that, but you have heard hypnosis used in the medical field before.
Yes, I have.
So
Yes, I have.
it's kind of one of those, I don't think it'll work on me, right? But I do have some awareness about it.
Yes, this is true.
He's agnostic.
That's fine.
I truly am agnostic, by the way.
And part of the reason I have Calvin with me, because he's seen, 10 shows we've done together now. He was a college student. I performed at his college. And he's like, I do video work. And I'm like, please come on the road with me. Your shots are incredible. And he's seen many shows. He's seen me hypnotize people in like 10 different states now.
Well, I'll tell you, what sealed the deal for me when I was looking at you as a guest, and I'm sure it's the thing that clinches the deal for everyone as far as your legitimacy goes, you hypnotized Howie Mandel, who is a notorious germaphobe,
Yeah, right.
to shake his co-host's hands on America's Got Talent. This is a guy, like, the idea of shaking, that's terrifying. And
He wrote the book, Here's the Deal, Don't Touch Me.
yeah.
Right.
And so he's so afraid of germs, he bought a second house to escape the germs in his first house. So when everyone's commenting online like, oh, you paid him, I don't have that kind of money. I'm eating
rich
in
do
a
you think-
car right now.
And that's what intrigued me to come out. Seriously, I mean,
Yeah.
not that I might be a skeptic in some sense, but I'm also open to seeing this, experiencing it, and I want to experience it. So I'm here because I'm open to new things, and I can't sit there and say, poo-poo to everything. It's James offered it up, and when he mentioned the whole thing that happened with Howie Mandel, I'm like, you know what, I got to go. And then I looked you up, Chris, and I'm like, this guy's amazing, so I have to be here.
kind.
So there you go.
And Stubby, are you a skeptic as well?
Yeah, but I'm a skeptic about everything. So
It's
yeah,
part of your charm.
that's just who I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm also, I would like to think, very, very open-minded to most anything. So James just wrote me if I was free, and I go, I don't think I even looked at what was going on. And I go, let me just check. I'll go. What do you want to do? Okay, cool. Let's do it.
That's the kind of
Hypnotize
yank I
me.
have with
Hypnotize.
All right, I do wanna-
Hypnotize
since-
me.
Since Byron's was so kind to give us food, this is the Chicago dog, a work of art.
And I was really, really impressed by the menu. There was like salmon burgers, and yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was,
They don't play games here in the Ravenswood area.
yeah.
All right, so we've got the two skeptics in the backseat, two well-known Chicago musicians. We're just going to have you hypnotize your way through the Chicago music scene.
Man. Just don't make me a dog or something. You know?
Are people more or less impressionable when they're skeptical? Is it
That's
harder?
such a good question. It's not the skeptical, it's the people who are like, you can't hypnotize me. When you have that conviction, I go, all right, cool. would you like to try? And if they say, yeah, I'm ready to try, they're going to get hypnotized. They're going to go night-night.
They're going to go night-night.
Yeah.
Right.
Is anyone here at risk? Like, I'm behind the wheel of a motor vehicle here. Can I get, like, secondhand hypnosis? By
You can, and so we're not going to do the actual hypnosis part live. Because if people are listening to this while they're driving, they could go night-night.
Oh, wow. Holy moly.
That's why whenever it's like, oh, I saw it on TV, I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because
That's
that
right.
would be illegal.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't do hypnosis in Germany without taking a written ethics test, and that test is in German. Full circle about the Nazi conversation. Because if you think about it,
No, that makes sense.
minorities and James, if I could hypnotize anyone, any place, anytime, I would make the world safer for everybody. I'd have Nobel Peace Prizes.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be the president of every country.
And
Well,
if you
it's
weren't
still
a
going
every
to
country,
me, I say.
212 countries, be like, that's the man, Chris Jones.
Wow.
He
Wow.
is our leader forever. Calvin, I would give you all of Florida. That would be your country. Let's go.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, you could have. Yeah. I'd be like,
Calvin is
nah.
president, he will be the best.
Okay, then we're coming.
Yeah.
We're going.
No,
I mean,
real talk,
Florida
I
could
would
be made
replace
nice.
Every governor with a rapper or musician.
Oh God.
Like
There you go. I'm
Eminem,
ready.
actually Detroit.
These guys are going to split the Dakotas. Is that cool?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Fine.
Just put
Yeah,
A
whatever.
Dakota for each
Fight
of my
over
friends.
put our
South
faces
and North
up on,
Dakota.
But I mean,
Mount
like,
Rushmore.
like that. But that makes sense. You know.
I mean, anybody
it's,
put their face up on Mount Rushmore now, right? Isn't that how that goes?
That's right.
it's a responsibility. If you truly have that, you can do some really bad things.
Oh yeah.
So,
if when you're listening to this, people, everybody, Google divorce attorney Ohio hypnosis.
Why?
This
Why?
guy, who has been disbarred, thank God, was hypnotizing his female clients to be attracted to him.
No.
So this woman, she goes to the police, says, "Hey, I'm going through a divorce. I'm pretty stressed, but I'm talking to my attorney, and then I just my shirt's undone, my blouse is undone." And
that
they
leads to
put
the question.
a wire on her. They put a camera on her. She's sitting in the office for another appointment. He's doing his old sleep. You're gonna think about me. Every time you think about me, your heart races. Please come in. Hands flat on the table. Don't move. Don't do anything. I think he got 4 years for kidnapping.
But I thought that these
yeah.
exactions, you couldn't do things that you were
That's
not
exactly what I was
willing
about
to
to
do,
ask.
right? So they must have already had some attraction to this guy, right? Is that true? Or because I thought it was like you can't do things and you won't do things that you were already.
Took the words out of my mouth.
You
not
won't do
willing to
things
do.
against your morals or your ethics. I cannot perform for the military. Not saying they're unethical. I'm not saying that. But because they are taught to create action and not think you've given an order, you
Right.
deliver that order, the objective has been fulfilled.
That's their job. Yeah.
All right.
Follow orders. Yeah.
So I can't hypnotize, because also as a civilian they might say something that I should not know.
yeah.
And so yeah,
That makes sense.
I'm not offended when people are like, I don't believe it. There are laws about this. There's some protections. Like I never will call myself a therapist or a hypnotherapist.
Right.
But in New Jersey, I could be considered a hypnotherapist.
Well,
But
hold
in
on.
Illinois,
Back to his
not so
question,
much.
though. Like he said that you won't do things that. So hypnosis won't make you do things that, like, I don't know. I don't say certain words.
Mm-hmm.
Would I say them?
That's really great. If I hypnotize you,
You can think of
for
the words that I don't
example,
say, you know?
I could hypnotize you, for example, to be a person who would say those words.
God. Okay. Interesting.
Like I can make you cuss in Arabic, even if you don't know Arabic. I'd be like, this is the word in Arabic you could say.
Okay.
And, and there's no emotional
So,
attachment
so
there.
is this like the Naked Gun? We're gonna have to kill the queen after this.
Like Manchurian Candidate.
Right.
Manchurian Candidate, yeah.
That's a good one too.
So, okay, you're doing these shows at Zanies, so there's comedy involved.
Right.
That's a lot for you to shoulder as a performer.
I put my volunteers in a position where they get to be funny. I recognize I'm not a stand-up. I am elevator.
That's what I wanted to ask without
I'm
sounding-
elevator funny. While we're in an elevator going up 5 floors, I am funny for 9 seconds because I have a bit.
Nice.
And then I'm like, okay, please let the doors open.
Self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
But if I put you in a position where you're funny next to your spouse or someone you're on a date with and you're interacting with strangers, then it gets very, very funny.
Got it.
Okay.
You facilitate the humor.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I make them sleep, then I get the hell out of the way.
Oh, great. Well, this is going to be an interesting thing. Very special episode of Car Con Carne today.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question I have for you all. How would you know someone in this car is hypnotized? I'm not going to make
know.
you say any racial slurs or anything like that.
I was going to say, yeah.
But, like, I only can be convinced if the doctor says this or does this.
Right. This is like the Howie Mandel thing. Like, what's the
Right.
one thing he would never do?
If you can get me to say I like Taylor Swift, then I'm hypnotized.
That's the soundbite.
Yeah.
Right, and I hate country music, so that's the thing. I fucking can't stand it.
Calvin, I'm going to put something on you. I'm going to tell them about a time it did not go right. Is there anything that has amazed you in our travels?
Now, Calvin
that
doesn't
you've
have a
seen?
mic. That's
Yeah.
the tricky thing.
Yell it out, Cal.
This is something that has amazed me.
Yeah.
When people forget their names, they can't remember their own names.
Oh, wow.
Now that'd be one.
That would be cool. I mean, cool meaning like...
That sounds scary, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Everything-
want to, yeah. That would be weird.
And
Yeah.
then that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part of a show when everyone's like, oh, I don't
feels
believe it,
like
I don't believe
Severance.
it. And then they were like, oh, I'm not going to volunteer, though. Right. Now I'm scared. I'm like,
Well,
all
yeah,
right.
man.
So I'm going to have to go with the extroverts now. Oh, you only work because you're your friend. I'm like, "Shh." I've done so many things. I'll have glow sticks and say, all right, crack your glow sticks now. Hand them out randomly. If you have this color, come on stage. I'll throw bracelets in the crowd. If you catch a bracelet, you come on. I'll throw a ball. So you know I can't pre-select people. People might assume they're all actors or in on
Sure.
it, but you think I rented out 300 seats just so you'll believe what I believe? That's not cost effective.
It's really, yeah, that's not a good business model.
No. I just want to entertain people. If you change your opinion with more information, great. And if you don't, I still hope you laughed.
Mm-hmm.
I did a show at Morton College, and everyone there, unique show, English and Spanish speakers. No one got hypnotized when I did my induction. That means to make them sleep. And I looked around and I go, I know what's happening. My boy Steve's in the audience who speaks Spanish. Like, Steve, would you translate? I go, breathe in, respete, breathe out, relax. Uno, dos, tres. And one lady dropped. She was not a student. She happened to be working, and she was
When you say
cleaning up.
dropped, like the head falls
Head
down?
drops, eyes closed, they sink down in their chair. Like, just like America's Got Talent, Howie's head
Yeah.
dropped, lady in the audience, she dropped, your head goes down, you focus on nothingness.
Do people
All right.
have to drop though? They don't have to, right? To be hypnotized, right?
They don't. No, like you could be lying down, example.
Right.
And your eyes closed and your eyes just going back and forth. You're going to feel that, gentlemen. No matter what happens, you're going to feel rapid eye movement. Like, I can get you there. I might not get you to theta state, but let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, so with that, camera goes off.
This is
goes
kind of cool. This is kind of cool.
Tell me when I need to turn stuff off.
Yeah, to be proactive, I put this into a tablet. So, who would like to be the first volunteer just with a tablet?
I'll do it.
Sure.
Okay. Because I haven't done this in a parked car before, but I'm excited.
You never forget your first time, Chris.
Never in a parked car. Excited. All right, brother doctor.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm turning. Oh, he's got headphones on.
Yeah. I thought about this.
Brilliant.
I put some
So-
thought into this.
So how long will this take?
This is a 4-minute video.
Anything you have to do, Chris? Anything?
You'll just have to press play, put those over your ears, and
just
try
watch.
to tune us out as best you can.
Okay.
Also, if the tablet drops, don't worry about it.
Okay. Cool.
Be in a position of comfort.
All right, should I grab the camera? Are you going to talk at all, or everything's contained on that?
That's good.
I guess we can whisper as Daryl's watching. Perfect. Here we So again, March 18th at Zanies on Wells Street. Hypnotist / comedian Chris Jones. Right now we're watching Dr. Daryl Wilson of the Bollweevils get hypnotized. Chris, this is the craziest thing I've ever done on this podcast.
Well, that's very kind.
I'm glad.
Can I get that again? I'm not.
Daryl is an avowed skeptic. He's a doctor.
He's out.
Okay. So now we wait.
I'm going to turn around, put my hand on his shoulder, maybe give him a handshake. I'll say the command, that's one word, and he should drop, and that's what will see how successful I am. Nothing's been set up. We met in the parking lot, and this is pretty darn cool for me.
Has it been 4 minutes, though?
I don't think so. I think it took
But
a
you
little
just-
less
yeah,
time
okay.
than usual based on the circumstance.
Yeah, I'm glad he went first. 'Cause
There's a scientific explanation for this. He is dead.
He's asleep. He's not dead.
He's crossed over.
Nope. That's not what happened.
That might be the podcast for him. Those are some good headphones. Oh God.
How does he wake up?
How do I wake him? I don't know.
Wait, is this where you give him? Wait,
This would be one. Oh, there we go. What's up, brother? How?
Fine.
Good. You said dizzy?
Yeah.
What's your immediate reaction? You can talk into the microphone.
My immediate reaction?
Please.
It's kind of like doing guided meditation.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind of like, guided meditation. I think I could hear you guys. I think.
Probably.
I mean, I don't think I'm hypnotized.
Yeah. You remember I said the words heavy, tired. I said a lot of repetitive sounds.
I've heard something.
In the speakers of cans, you heard.
Yeah,
things in the cans,
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. You can take a deep breath in. Good. Let it out. Great. Take another deep, relaxing breath in. And I can say sleep. Actually, top of your head, very, very bottom of your feet. Great. Stay woke. I was trying to do a second induction, see where I could get you, but you look pretty alert and pretty aware. And if I had you focus on one spot on your hand, you can take a deep breath in, and you might feel the urge to allow your eyes to close. And you allow your eyes to close if and when you feel that urge relaxing you down. Find that most relaxing spot for your head, your neck, your back to fall. And then allow those eyes to close. There it is, relaxing, more heavy, more tired, sinking down even faster. Relax, okay, opera taco in a car, no big deal.
so is this? What causes this? Is this resistance? Is this just?
No, I think when I have been hypnotized, and you don't lose control, you don't get possessed. Like you said, it's like meditating, but having someone talk as you're meditating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, if I said, I want you to see yourself smoking a cigarette, and then it's the first cigarette you've ever had, and it tastes like garbage, you remember that horrible feeling, and it tastes like ashes in your mouth, make that more powerful, you don't ever feel the urge to smoke again. Or in the case of Mike Tyson, he got hypnotized. Custy Amato took him to a hypnotist at the age of 13. He said he would hypnotize me so I would believe that I was the strongest, the greatest. I would punch with bunches and punches. I would devastate my opponents. And he became the youngest heavyweight champion. Muhammad Ali, my personal hero, lost to a man who was hypnotized.
I didn't know any of that.
Mike, there's Kid Cudi quit smoking. The movie Waterworld, Kevin Costner had a hypnotist flown in because he was seasick during the filming of a movie.
Oh, well.
Like if you Google hypnosis and childbirth, you can literally watch women giving birth at home in a kiddie pool.
Am I like the living version of Al Capone's vault, by the way? Is that what just happened with me in this whole thing?
What do you mean?
You know, Al Capone's vault was a disappointment when you opened it.
No.
Was I disappointing in that? Because I didn't get
You
hit.
did nothing wrong. I want you to know, like, here we are. Again, if I got everyone completely, and the craziest thing you would have done was, for me, saying, like, Darius Rucker,
Right.
you did chill out.
Yeah, you
we
fell
saw your
asleep.
heart
Yeah.
rate just slowing down.
Yeah.
I saw your eyes from here going back and forth, and you're like, I heard everything, and I was laughing my butt off because I was like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Clearly not deceased.
Yeah.
Glad you're not. Wouldn't want that ever. But
You were out.
Yeah, no, it was like doing guided meditation. It felt like, I mean, I've done that, like 20-minute guided meditations. We do that. My wife does that all the time with the kids. I don't usually do it, but I've done it.
You've done it, yeah.
Here and there. So, and I probably need it more than anything else.
Sure.
Do you think, Chris, because of not my profession, but because I'm such a control freak on things, would that may have not allowed it to happen, or is that not really a thing?
It's kind of like I am a DJ.
Yeah.
And you saying you can't make me dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were swaying.
Right.
You enjoyed the tunes.
Right.
And if you're happy, then I've done my job.
Right. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Now, what about Stubby, the lead singer of Lucky Boys Confusion?
You're next,
Oh, man. I really don't want to do this now.
Yeah, you do,
After
man.
seeing him pass out, I was like, oh, man, I don't know what you're going to get out of me.
But after being in a car with me for a little while, like getting my vibe, and we broke bread.
Yeah. I know you're not going to do anything bad to me.
No.
Yeah, and it's
Sure, I'm
karma's
I'll tell you, it's
real.
very relaxing.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah. All right, let's do this so that everyone can try. Calvin sees this all the time. You can even try this at home. So you're gonna extend your right arm with a fist.
Everybody's doing
All of
this?
us?
Yeah. So you get an idea. And you have a helium balloon. Imagine like you have a helium balloon that's in this car. All right. Now take a deep breath in. Let it out. Good. Perfect. All right. Take another deep breath in. Let it out. Breathe at your own pace. But whenever you breathe in, imagine the helium balloon gets bigger and can pull your fist towards the roof or the ceiling. And as you breathe out, there's a little hole. There you go. As you breathe in again, the helium balloon gets your arm and it pulls it higher towards the ceiling or the roof. Now keep breathing. Imagine I could take a dart from a dartboard. I could take aim at your balloon and I could pop your balloon. All right, relax your arms. That is a test that most hypnotists will use to see how suggestible you are. If you sleepwalk or sleep talk, you are somnambulist. That means you're very easy to hypnotize. So if you sleepwalk, sleep talk, you typically go night-night. When I was saying that, I saw your arm moving a good deal. That's pretty nice. Your arm did not move. And that's probably twofold. One, you are in the driver's seat. And two, you facilitate conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. So, of our team, I would focus on the good doctor a little bit more before I focus on you.
Yeah, fair.
All right. So, can you do like this for me, please? All right. Yeah. No, separate it. Yeah, perfect. All right. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. And allow your eyes to close. Of course, you can hear my voice. You might hear a few things that I've said before. But
Do I need to turn off anything?
Oh, no, you're good. Thank you. Imagine your helium balloon is going to pull your fist higher towards the ceiling again. And I can tie another helium balloon around your wrist to pull your fist higher and higher towards the ceiling. Your left arm has nothing in it. Imagine I put a 10-pound brick into that empty palm, so your palm gets more heavy. Another helium balloon pulls that fist higher, one more big fat brick in that palm. You can breathe in. Good. You can breathe out. You let your chin go towards your chest or torso. That's just a safe, relaxing spot for your head, your neck, your back to fall. And as I say, breathe in, breathe out. Your chin goes towards your chest, your torso, sinking down, more heavy. Now I want you to imagine, picture, feel in your mind that you can float left-aid out of this vehicle. I want you to imagine, picture, feel that you're flying high above the car and you can see the earth in the beautiful darkness right now. You can see the earth spin, 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 and I want you to land gently anywhere in this entire world you'd like to be. And as you find yourself landing in that room, see who you're with. See the people. See what you're doing. Make it big, bold in your mind. As you're in that room, take in every detail. Now imagine you have to be in this room forever. How does that make you feel? Does it bring you excitement, joy? Do you find the urge to leave that room? Take a deep breath in. Remember everything that was said. 5 numbers, you'll feel the urge. You'll open your eyes nice and comfortably. 1, 2, and 3, full awareness when you're ready and willing. Outstanding. Good. Now, it's always challenged by choice. First, yes or no. Did you see yourself flying, floating above the earth?
I did.
All right. Did you land someplace nice? I hope. That's a great smile.
Yeah,
and this is when it's challenged by choice. You can share whatever you want to share because it's you.
It's just weird that I landed in my home.
Wow.
I went next to my wife.
Wow.
I don't love her that much. Shit. But I guess I do.
He's hypnotized.
Yeah.
He's saying he's under hypnosis. He doesn't know what he's saying.
No,
He's
it's just
under
weird.
hypnosis.
I thought I would be at the Metro, or I thought I would be at like, not the Grammys, but something, something music, something, or I just won a something with my book, like the things that I've been working on. But no, I just wanted to be in my kitchen with my wife.
Wow.
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with me? Okay, no, but it was fun. It was cool. Yeah, I saw myself. But when you said land anywhere you want in the world,
Anywhere in the world.
and I don't know, that was the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, God, there's so many places I want to see, but no, I'm like back in my kitchen.
That took like a minute.
Yeah. People think it takes this. No, but here's what it is. If you're looking at life this way, and someone you trust says, I'm going to put my hands on your shoulders and turn you this way, 180 degrees, you're like, holy shit moment. I never saw it like that. Because I see how awesome life can be. I have a dope life. All right? I'm forever optimistic, even when terrible stuff's happening. I'm like, well, how about we change our perspective? Right?
That's all you can do.
That's it. And so for other people, I go, tell me all the bad stuff. What if we turned around 180 degrees? You would only see good stuff then. That doesn't mean that the bad stuff's not there, but let's control the things that we can control. You float it anywhere you want. You have all these great things in the musical career, but at home, next to your wife, boom.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, this is a great superpower, and it's a learned skill.
Yep.
And again, like people saw it and heard it. That took no time at all.
No.
So what makes someone like Howie Mandel, who's in front of a live audience, on camera, what made him so susceptible to...
I did not know that was going to work. There's no way I could rehearse that.
Right, of course.
Period. And at the show, you do win $1 million. My buddy Matt Franco won the year before I was on. I was on season 10, 2015. And Matt Franco has a run in Vegas now. He's fantastic. My friend Oz Perlman, the Mentalist, he was on the same season as me. I'm competing against people, and they have to make it fair. So the first time I met him was on that stage, and as I shake his hand, like you hear my voice, I'm like, you will shake my hand, and he did it. I was like, oh, thank you so much. And he went off stage, and Heidi Klum was like, can you do something to make it permanent? And I'm like, whatever you want, Heidi Klum.
Yeah.
He used to marry Seal. Like,
Whatever
you
got
want,
a chance,
Heidi. I do.
Yeah.
And luckily, I'd had 5 years of doing hypnosis professionally, so I improvised, and I had him write it down. And he said, go to sleep. And he dropped. And I go, everyone's wearing gloves, because that was the thing.
Right.
I knew, because I read his book cover to cover, it's okay if someone's wearing gloves. All right, so everyone's wearing gloves now. I take what you can do and just expand that a bit.
So, okay, you're doing these shows at Zanies. Like, how many people get to experience this on stage?
That's a good question. The first show, I've been at Zanies before. They've been very good to me. Nice, tight stage. I'll probably have 8 seats be able to fit on that stage. At the Rosemont location, it's a little bit of a larger stage. Not better or worse. It's just a different intimate feel. Like it's the people. It's not necessarily the venue, as you guys know.
They know.
When they're
Yes.
the people are there,
We
and
know
they
what
want
the
to see
difference is
you, and
between
they're
suburbs and
sweating.
city. Yeah, it's a very different vibe.
Thinking about the stage show, I mean, you're a performer. When someone doesn't get hypnotized, it's one thing in the car, but on stage, like, how do you...
Yeah. Well, you get 10 to 15% of any audience. God, the best footage we have, I think, Calvin, is I was doing a show in University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and this guy's filming the show as everyone just can't get off their phone. God bless him. And he's filming, and I'm on stage, and I'm like, I'm going to try something I don't know. And I hear him talking like, he's on to something. And I come into the audience, very second to last row, and I see him with his phone. Hey, man, what's your name? All right, you got Batman's cell phone case? All right. And I shook his hand. I did this snap, and he dropped in the audience. So I took his phone and just turned it, and so it's him in the audience sleeping.
Yeah.
The best footage.
I saw that footage. I saw that on the website. That's
that
wild.
was like last month. Like, that was maybe 2 weeks ago.
That's
it was
cool.
Awesome.
I think seeing this in a crowd, like, I can imagine when people go lights out, I can imagine, like...
Oh, it's the best. As I'm talking, people in the audience are going to get hypnotized at both places. I'm just calling my shots right now. I've been doing this 15 years. I love this job. I love helping people afterwards. I've helped people quit smoking and lose weight. But I also I get some money for helping people laugh for an hour.
Yeah,
It's the best.
that's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, these guys understand it better than
I
anyone.
was just
Like,
going to say we understand this better than anything.
You
but-
give people the chance to check out from their
Yeah.
daily lives and forget all the bullshit for an hour or two. That's a wonderful gift to give people.
and we get paid for it, but we did it before we got paid for it.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you
I
did.
mean, it's like because we like
Wait,
it.
you get paid for it. I don't.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
If you want to stop being a doctor and make musician money,
Paid for it, you know.
Explain
I don't know. I don't know if
that to
I'd
the
really take the musician money over doctor money. I don't know if I'd.
no, that's.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I've never made that much money that I would say that.
All right. So, in summary, this is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing
Absolutely.
this, Chris.
Yeah,
I want to
appreciate
thank
it,
our
man.
friends at Byron, 1701 West Lawrence. There's also a Byron's on Irving in the Wrigleyville area. Chris Jones performing at Zanies March 18th. That is the Old Town location. March 30th out in Rosemont. I said it at the beginning of the show. I'll say it again. You're the real deal. That was really cool.
really awesome.
Yeah,
What do you think,
thanks.
guys?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Thanks, Chris.
It was cool.
It was cool.
I'm
Yeah.
grateful for you gentlemen. I'm glad we're leaving as friends, and I'm glad we had a delicious meal together.
I might even come out to the March 30th show.
Please do. Calvin's going to be at both locations. It's going to be awesome.
Well, we're going for Calvin.
Yeah!
Right. Actually, that's the.
Because we didn't get to hang out with him much, so. Yeah.